I'm down at Social Care talking with the Minister, Mr. Chris Robertshaw, obviously about the situation at Southlands, how it's come about. This is a chance really to get into it and try and explain to everyone your thinking and the way it was handled. Let's go from the top then. I mean, you actually had to shut it. There was no other choice.
Well, thanks for giving me your time this morning, Paul. Perhaps some people might think I've come in this at the tail end. In fact, what I wanted to do was give time for my staff to talk to the residents and the relations of the residents before I, as it were, made any public statement, because I did think that they were entitled to be informed first. They were immediately impacted and they had that right.
I mean, on that basis, I mean, you just made the decision, your workers, your staff, your management, to tell the relatives first, then the staff. I mean, I know it's a chicken and egg. Do you think you got it right in that sense?
I don't think you can ever win on this situation, because ideally you would tell the press, the residents, the staff, the family members all at the same time. Of course, that's impossible. And something like this, something that creates anxiety and upset, is certainly going to immediately emerge, and I just had to accept that.
Do you think you handled it right? Looking back now, do you think what you did and the way you did it was correct?
That's for others to say, but I'm satisfied that I adopted the correct sequence, yeah.
Okay. Why are you having problems with staffing numbers?
Well, some people listening to this all on the outside will think, oh my goodness me, more cuts, you know, it's a budgetary issue. It's not, Paul. It's about staff availability. We're actually growing the EMI service, as ridiculous as that sounds at the moment, because once we've got Guernsey back online again, we've got to open Ramsey as well. Obviously, we'll get Guernsey back first. But the fact of the matter is that there is a island-wide and UK-wide shortage of staff for this form of role. Now, we started the recruitment process some time ago. We had been hopeful that we could get the staff in before the staffing situation at Guernsey became too acute. And clearly that didn't happen. What actually occurred was that the staff down there were doing a remarkable job, an absolutely remarkable job. But unfortunately we got to the stage where they were simply putting too many hours in, they were under too much stress, and very, very regrettably we had to give ourselves a breather by asking the staff and the residents of Guernsey to move for a short period of time, shorter the better really, to give us a breather to get back up to speed. And we are doing absolutely everything we can to recruit.
Well, we talked to relatives and they love the staff and they think they're doing a great job. But
and they are.
It clearly has become apparent that you've got long-term sickness problems, which people can read into that all sorts of things, you know, the stress of the job, and then as people go off sick, other people are asked to work longer hours. And do you think that has had partly to play in this?
Our inability to fill the roles has exacerbated the situation. There's no doubt about that. We were hoping to avoid closing it at all, but the longer it went on and the more tired the staff got, the more effort they put in to try to keep it open, the more likely we were always going to be to arrive at a situation where we went over the threshold where we had to judge that actually it wasn't safe to keep it open, and that's the point we arrived at the beginning of the week.